Welcome to our statistics series. Today we are tackling a fundamental skill in data analysis, frequency distributions. Have you ever looked at a list of numbers and felt overwhelmed? You are not alone. We are going to learn how to turn that confusion into clarity. This is what we call raw data. It is just a collection of numbers without any structure. If I asked you to quickly tell me how many times the number 5 appears, you would have to scan through every single row and column, which is slow and prone to error. We need a better way. Enter the frequency distribution. Simply put, this is a table that organizes data. It lists the variable we are measuring on one side and the frequency, or the count of how many times that value appears, on the other side. It transforms a mess into a clear picture. Let's break down the table's components. First, we have the variable, usually denoted by X. This is what we are observing. Next, we often use tally marks as a helper to count as we go through the data. Finally, the frequency, denoted by F, is the numerical total of those tally marks. Let's try a simple example with categories, like ice cream flavors. We have a list of responses from a survey. By creating a row for each flavor and counting the occurrences, we can instantly see that chocolate is the most popular with 5 votes, while mint is the least popular with 1. Now for numbers. Imagine rolling a die 20 times. We list the possible outcomes, 1 through 6. Then we count the results. This is called an ungrouped frequency distribution because we list every single possible numerical outcome individually. But what if we have a huge range of data, like ages from 1 to 100? Listing every age individually would make a massive table. The solution is grouping. We create ranges, called classes, like 20 to 29, to group the data into manageable chunks. These groups are called class intervals. Each interval has a lower limit, the smallest number in the group, and an upper limit, the largest. The distance between the lower limits of consecutive classes is called the class width. Consistent width makes the data easier to compare. Sometimes the raw count isn't enough. Relative frequency compares the count to the total number of data points. By dividing the frequency by the total, we get a decimal or percentage. This tells us, for example, that 40% of students got a B grade. Finally, we have cumulative frequency. This is a running total. We add the frequency of the current row to the sum of all previous rows. It helps us answer questions like, how many students scored 15 points or less?
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.